pretty much the reason we had you all to do the song is so that hopefully it will stick in your mind the domain, what the domain is and what the range is. So pretty much in the song, the domain is made up of your x coordinates in an ordered pair. You know, when you have the ordered pair, you have the parentheses and you have your x and your y. So the domain comes from your x. Those are also called your inputs. And pretty much they're independent variables. And when we say independent variable, what exactly do we mean? That means that it doesn't need anything to determine what it is. It's pretty much a given. Okay, so it's not dependent upon anything else. So as Ms. Meany had said earlier, the inputs are independent. So just maybe a little way to help you remember that. Now your range comes from the y coordinate in your ordered pair. So that's going to be your output. And so that makes it the dependent variable. So just in plain language, that means it needs something to help you determine what it is. So this is pretty much how you use your input, your function, and your output. We're going to start over here with the input, then we're going to put the inputs into the function, and then the functions will help us to determine our output. So, Santeria, what are the inputs again?
The inputs are independent of the x variable.
Thank you. Okay. Can anyone maybe tell us how we would use our function?
You would substitute the value of the input into the function and evaluate that function in order to find the output.
Excellent. I couldn't have said it better, any better myself. And let's see, Michelle, what are our outputs?
Well, they're the dependent variables, and the answer you get comes from the inputs put into the function.
Okay, great. So, well, another thing that was covered in the definition of a function is that every input can only be paired with one output. Okay, so let's look at example 1. Each input is listed one time, right or wrong? Okay, that's correct. And it's paired up with an output. So, for example 1, would this be considered a function?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now let's take a look at example 2. Can, by a show of hands, who believes that this is a function? And I don't get to play either way, so. Okay. By a show of hands, who believes that this is not a function? All right. Why is it not a function?
Doesn't pass the straight line test.
It would not pass the straight line test. You're exactly right, Nick. Yes, Aaron?
Because your input of 3 produces an output of 1 and 4.
Exactly. So here in the input list, it's listed twice. So when you have a list like this, that's a way that you can know without necessarily having to plug your inputs into the function to get an output. Well, let me say that again. When you are given a list like this, if you see the same number under the inputs, then you know it is not a function. Okay. Or do you want to take it?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, here we are going to identify the domain and range of the function.